Sagittarius. Tonight while you sleep, two strange things will happen, don't be afraid. Sagittarius, your dreams are not mere flickers of the mind. They are portals, bridges between the conscious and the divine. Tonight, as you close your eyes and surrender to rest, two strange things stir in the hidden realms of your soul. Do not be afraid. These mysteries are not omens of fear, but invitations of healing, whispers of destiny, and gentle signs that your spirit is awakening to a deeper truth. The universe has its own language, and it often chooses the night to speak. When the world grows silent, your heart can finally listen. Dreams, visions, sensations, sometimes they seem unexplainable, sometimes even unsettling. Yet every symbol is a thread, weaving together the story of your transformation. Tonight carries a unique vibration for you, Sagittarius. You may feel a presence you cannot name, see images that linger into morning, or wake with a heaviness that feels like both ending and beginning. But here is the truth. Nothing that happens tonight is meant to harm you. It is meant to awaken you. Strange as it may seem, these experiences are the soul's way of cleansing what you've held too long, and opening the path for renewal. This is a sacred process, one that countless before you have known. Think of mystics who received visions in their dreams, or artists who found inspiration from the unconscious whispers of night. You are part of that lineage now. So as we enter this message together, I invite you to breathe deeply, soften your heart, and listen not only with your mind but with your soul. Tonight as you sleep, two strange things will happen. And if you allow yourself to receive them with openness, you will awaken lighter, freer, and closer to the destiny written in your stars. If these words stir something in you, remember to like, share, and subscribe. So together we can walk this journey of healing and revelation under the guidance of the cosmos. Gate 1. The first strange thing. Release of hidden grief. Sagittarius, the first strange thing that may happen tonight as you sleep is this. A wave of hidden grief will rise to the surface. It may come as a dream so vivid that you wake with tears in your eyes, or as a memory long forgotten suddenly replaying itself before you. It may even feel like you are saying goodbye to someone or something once again. And though the intensity might startle you, this is not a curse, it is a cleansing. Your soul holds more than your conscious mind can carry. Every betrayal, every heartbreak, every unspoken goodbye is stored within you. By day you distract yourself with tasks, ambitions, laughter, and conversations. But at night, when silence reigns, the soul whispers. It is time to release what you've hidden. Sagittarius. Tonight's first mystery is an act of mercy. The grief you have carried quietly may finally find a way to leave, not to drown you but to lighten you. Consider how dreams have guided countless others. After the loss of her husband, Facebook's Sheryl Sandberg spoke of dreaming of him, and how those dreams, though painful, allowed her to process what her waking self could not face. Or think of C.S. Lewis, who after losing his wife, recorded how grief appeared in his sleep as waves, overwhelming but necessary. Their journeys mirror yours. Grief must be felt to be healed, and often it chooses the dream realm to flow freely. Sagittarius, you are a seeker of truth. This means you often suppress less than others. You want to face reality head-on. Yet even you have tucked away sorrows too deep to face fully. Perhaps the betrayal of someone who broke your trust. Perhaps the lingering pain of a parent you lost. Perhaps dreams deferred that you still ache for. Tonight, the universe offers a gift. Your soul will take these hidden fragments and bring them to light, so you may finally set them free. It may feel strange, even heavy, but remember this release is the first step to rebirth. Tears and dreams are sacred water. They do not weaken you. They cleanse you. If you wake with a heavy heart, do not resist it. Sit quietly, place your hand over your chest and whisper, I let go. I am ready to be free. This small ritual transforms grief into blessing. The truth is, healing often begins in places we do not control. Just as the earth releases pressure through storms and earthquakes, your soul must release pressure through dreams and emotions. You are not being punished, you are being purified. The strange thing happening tonight is the soul's way of creating space for joy. Without the release of grief, joy has no room to enter. Think of Oprah Winfrey, who turned the traumas of her childhood into a platform of empathy and healing. She often speaks of moments when old pain resurfaced unexpectedly, and instead of resisting it, she allowed it to teach her. That is your invitation tonight, Sagittarius. When your grief surfaces, do not fight it. Let it teach you. Ask, what is this pain trying to tell me? What strength is hidden within it? In your sleep, your father's voice, a friend's laughter, or even the face of someone who hurt you may appear. They are not there to haunt you. They are symbols, actors in your soul's theater, helping you rehearse the act of release. Each dream, each memory is an unspoken prayer being answered. You are not reliving grief. You are cleansing it. Sagittarius, the first strange thing tonight is your soul opening the vault of sorrow, so it no longer holds you captive. Trust the process. Allow the tears. Know that this is not fear, it is freedom. And when you wake tomorrow lighter than before, you will realize that the stars have gifted you with the first step in healing. The release of hidden grief. Gate 2, the second strange thing. Receiving a hidden message. Sagittarius, the second strange thing that may happen tonight is the arrival of a hidden message. While the first mystery is about release, shedding grief, the second is about guidance. Hearing what you most need to know at this moment in your life. It may come through a dream, a whispered phrase in your mind as you wake, or even a symbol that refuses to leave your thoughts in the morning. This is not random. This is spirit speaking. Throughout history, dreams have been the language of revelation. Ancient leaders sought wisdom from dream interpreters. Mystics saw visions that shaped entire cultures. Even in modern times, inventors, scientists, and artists have received breakthroughs in their sleep. Paul McCartney once dreamt the melody of Yesterday. Elias Howe dreamed of the sewing machine needle's design. These examples remind us, the night holds messages that the day cannot carry. For you, Sagittarius, tonight's hidden message may come from different sources. It could be the universe itself, urging you to let go of fear and step into a long-postponed dream. It could be your father's spirit, softly reminding you that you are stronger than you think. It could even be your own higher self, that part of you unbound by doubt, calling you toward the destiny you've been afraid to claim. The form doesn't matter, what matters is the truth it carries. Pay attention if you see symbols. Water, for example, often means cleansing and rebirth. A locked door may reflect opportunities you feel closed off from, while the act of finding a key may mean freedom is closer than you realize. Sometimes the message is simple yet profound. A voice saying, "You are not alone," or a face reminding you that love still surrounds you. Consider Martin Luther King Jr., who often spoke of dreams as visions of justice and freedom. His dream was more than metaphor. It was the spiritual download of a future he was destined to help create. In a more personal way, your hidden message tonight may reveal what your soul longs for most. Peace, direction, or the courage to finally release what no longer serves you. Sagittarius, you are ruled by Jupiter, the planet of wisdom and expansion. This makes you uniquely sensitive to messages that come through the unseen. Where others dismiss dreams as nonsense, you know they are threads connecting the human heart with divine truth. This is why tonight's message is especially important. It is meant for you to hear. Do not fear if the message feels strange. Sometimes guidance comes clothed in mystery. You may dream of a journey across a river, and only later realize it was telling you about crossing from grief into healing. You may see your childhood home and realize you are being asked to heal old wounds of belonging. You may even hear your father's voice, not in sadness but in calm authority. Keep going. I am with you. The lesson here is to listen with your soul, not just your logic. Keep a notebook by your bed tonight. When you wake, even if the images seem scattered, write them down. Often, their meaning unfolds in the days that follow. The message is not always clear in the moment, but it always carries a seed of healing. Think of someone like Maya Angelou, who often trusted the whispers of spirit and intuition to guide her. She once said, "There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you." Tonight, your dreams may reveal the story inside you that is ready to be told. The part of you that longs for freedom, joy, and authenticity. The hidden message is not only about guidance. It is about liberation. Sagittarius, the second strange thing tonight is this. A divine message will find you. It may come through dreams, symbols, or whispers of intuition. Do not dismiss it. Receive it. Let it remind you that you are not lost, not forgotten, not alone. The universe, your ancestors, and your own higher self are speaking with urgency. The time has come to rise, to heal, to live fully. So sleep tonight not in fear but in openness. Trust that when you wake, you will carry not only the release of grief but also the gift of guidance. This is the second strange thing, and it is the key to your rebirth. Gate 3, the spiritual meaning of dreams and the transformation of the inner self. Sagittarius, dreams are more than fleeting illusions. They are sacred mirrors. They reflect not only what your mind carries, but also what your soul seeks. When you dream, your spirit steps outside the cage of logic, touching the edges of eternity. This is why the strange things happening tonight while you sleep are not random. They are part of your spiritual awakening. Throughout cultures and generations, dreams have been honored as divine messengers. In indigenous traditions of the Americas, dreams are considered visits from ancestors. In many African cultures, dreams carry warnings or blessings from the spirit realm. Even modern psychology, through thinkers like Carl Jung, recognize dreams as gateways to the unconscious, where hidden truths and archetypal wisdom dwell. Sagittarius, your fiery, seeking soul is attuned to this dimension. You are not just a dreamer. You are an interpreter of cosmic language. The grief released and the hidden message received in your dreams are not isolated events. They are threads of a larger transformation. They are teaching you to look inward, to confront the shadows you've avoided, and to embrace the light that longs to guide you. In this sense, your dreams are both a teacher and a healer. They don't just show you what has been, they reveal what can be. Consider Oprah Winfrey, who often speaks of listening to her inner voice, her dreams, her sense of divine whisper. She built her empire not by following what was logical, but by trusting her spiritual compass. Or think of Carl Jung himself, who said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens." Sagittarius, your dreams tonight are an invitation to awaken. They are calling you to look within, to see the wisdom hiding beneath the noise of daily life. The transformation that happens in dreams is subtle but profound. Perhaps you will dream of walking through a forest. The trees may represent parts of yourself, some thriving, some broken. You may dream of crossing a river, symbolizing transition from one phase of life to another. Or you may dream of a house, each room holding a memory or a part of your soul. These images are not meaningless. They are the soul's poetry, guiding you toward healing. Dreams can also act as initiations. Many great figures found their calling through dreams or spiritual visions. Harriet Tubman, known for leading enslaved people to freedom, experienced visions and dreams she interpreted as divine guidance. These dreams did not frighten her. They empowered her. They became her compass. Sagittarius, your dreams hold the same potential. The strange things that happen tonight are not here to unsettle you. They are initiations into a deeper chapter of your life. Spiritually, the meaning is this: your soul is preparing you for expansion. Jupiter, your ruling planet, governs growth, wisdom, and faith. These dreams are aligning you with your destiny. They are stripping away illusions, cleansing old grief, and offering new guidance so that you can rise into a fuller, freer version of yourself. What feels strange tonight is simply your spirit expanding beyond its old limits. Think of Elizabeth Gilbert, author of Eat, Pray, Love. After her divorce and collapse of her old life, she often spoke of dreams and intuitive visions that guided her toward healing and renewal. She followed these inner signals across continents, eventually writing a story that inspired millions. Sagittarius, your path may not be the same, but the principle is. When you honor the messages of your inner world, you step into transformation not only for yourself, but for those who will be inspired by your journey. The healing here is not passive. It requires you to engage, to ask, what do my dreams mean? What is the universe showing me? What old grief am I being asked to release? What new truth am I being called to embrace? These questions awaken the seeker within you, the archetype of Sagittarius, the archer aiming not at external targets, but at the soul's horizon. Sagittarius, the spiritual meaning of your dreams tonight is simple yet profound. You are not just surviving, you are evolving. The two strange things you experience in your sleep are markers of this evolution. The release of grief frees your heart from old chains. The hidden message points your arrow toward a destiny waiting to be claimed. And in the process you are transformed not by fear but by faith. So do not wake tomorrow dismissing what happened as just a dream. Hold it gently. Reflect on it. Write it down. Let it guide you. These strange events are the universe's way of saying, you are ready. Your soul is awakening. Do not be afraid. Gate 4, Rebirth. Carrying the night's wisdom into daylight. Sagittarius, the night has always been a threshold, a place where endings dissolve and beginnings quietly emerge. Tonight, through the release of hidden grief and the reception of a sacred message, you step into a spiritual initiation. Yet the true power of these experiences lies not only in what happens while you sleep, but in how you live when you awaken. Dreams are not meant to stay on the pillow. They are seeds to be planted in the soil of your daily life. What does this mean for you? First, in love. The release of grief may have shown you old wounds, times when betrayal shattered your trust, or when loss left you clinging to silence. But now you are being asked to open again. Love after grief is not the same as love before it. It is deeper, wiser, freer. Like Oprah, who after years of carrying childhood wounds chose to build relationships rooted in truth and respect, you too can craft bonds that honor your worth. Your dreams may remind you of what kind of love you will no longer accept, while also revealing the tenderness you are still capable of giving. In your career and purpose, the message is the same: rebirth. Think of Robert Downey Jr., who after years of collapse and despair rebuilt his career into one of Hollywood's greatest comeback stories. His redemption was not luck, it was transformation. He carried the wisdom of failure into a new way of living. Sagittarius, the message you receive tonight may guide you toward a bold step in your own path. Leaving a toxic job, pursuing a vision you've suppressed, or speaking your truth in a way that shifts your trajectory forever. Spiritually, your rebirth is about integration. The strange things that happen tonight, grief rising and messages arriving, are not ends in themselves. They are tools. The universe is asking, how will you use them? Will you allow your release to soften your heart? Will you follow the message toward a horizon you have feared to chase? This is where transformation becomes real. When you allow night's wisdom to shape daylight's choices. Consider Maya Angelou once more. She endured trauma and silence in her early life, yet she chose to transform those experiences into poetry and activism that healed millions. She did not ignore the voices of her past, she listened and carried them into purpose. You, Sagittarius, are invited to do the same. Your dreams are not random. They are blueprints. They reveal where your soul longs to go, who you are meant to become, and how you can heal not only yourself but others through your journey. Rebirth also means embracing mystery with courage. Sagittarius thrives on exploration, on the thrill of stepping into the unknown. Tonight's experiences are not meant to confuse you but to remind you. You are a wanderer of both worlds, the seen and the unseen. When you awaken tomorrow, carry your dreams like a compass. Let them lead you, even if the path feels unclear. For it is often in uncertainty that the most profound rebirth occurs. And perhaps most importantly, rebirth is about joy. Grief release may feel heavy, and hidden messages may feel intense, but the purpose is always to make room for joy. Your father, your ancestors, your higher self, they do not want you chained by sorrow. They want you alive, radiant, laughing, and free. Joy is not betrayal of your pain. It is the proof that healing has taken root. So, Sagittarius, when you wake from tonight's mysteries, ask yourself, what am I ready to release? What message am I ready to follow? What life am I ready to create? Then step forward boldly. The strange things of the night have prepared you for this. Your rebirth into a life richer, freer, and more luminous than before. Your arrow is aimed not at the past but at the future. And in that future, you carry the wisdom of night into the brilliance of day, awakening with new light. Sagittarius, tonight you are not simply drifting into rest. You are entering a sacred chamber where your soul is cleansed and guided. Two strange things may unfold. First, the release of hidden grief that you have carried silently, and second, the arrival of a hidden message meant to guide your next steps. These are not dreams to dismiss. They are gifts of spirit, designed to lighten your heart and sharpen your vision. The release of grief is not punishment. It is purification. It may stir emotions long buried, but only so they can finally leave you. The hidden message is not illusion. It is wisdom. It may appear in symbols, words, or faces, but its purpose is always to heal and to lead you forward. Together, these mysteries form the rhythm of transformation, letting go of what no longer serves you, and receiving what will carry you into your future. Sagittarius, this is the essence of your path. You are not meant to live chained to old pain, nor are you meant to walk blind into tomorrow. You are called to rise lighter, freer, wiser, into the fullness of your destiny. The stars remind you tonight. You are guided, you are supported, and you are never truly alone. So when you wake tomorrow, hold these experiences close. Write them down, reflect on them, let them shape you. And most of all, trust them. For the universe does not waste its whispers. It speaks only when you are ready to listen. And you, Sagittarius, are ready. If this message has touched your spirit, let it be a reminder that we walk this journey together. Like, share, and subscribe so you can continue receiving the wisdom, healing, and inspiration that the cosmos longs to pour into your life. Tonight may be strange, but tomorrow you awaken renewed. Closer to your soul, closer to your truth, closer to the radiant destiny that is yours.